Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. It has certainly been a minute. I can say that. I have definitely been under the weather. I have been, ooh wee, yeah, man. I've been down, but now I'm feeling a lot better. Back at work, trying to get a little sunshine here. Just really trying to enjoy the day. But definitely, greetings to everybody. And I hope that whenever you see this, whenever you hear this particular podcast on this Y2, YT, man, let me tell you, ain't nothing like your health. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how what's going on in your life. Your health, oh my God, your health and your time. Oh, what a precious gift. What a precious gift. But with that said, so look, we're gonna get right into this particular conversation today. As we talk about follow your guide. Follow your guide. Let me tell you. So look, I know a lot of times we don't think about it. Those of us who have gone through the rites and ceremonies of the Order of the Eastern Star and Freemasonry. In every instance of degrees, every last one of them, cause to kneel and pray, or to say a prayer. In every degree, every last one of them. This is why you are unable to be an atheist and be into this organization or into the rites and ceremonies, because you're called to kneel and to pray. Once that's done, you're also called and you're guided. In every degree that you're in every one of them, you are guided. There's not one degree in Freemasonry, there's not one degree in the Order of the Eastern Star, and whatever you do, that you're not guided, that you're not given instructions. Such as it is in life, you're guided and you're given instructions. Now it's up to you to what you do with the instructions, but you know the process. You know the process. Man, it's a beautiful day today. And this is where I find a lot of brothers of the craft, sisters of the order. I find that a lot of them get caught up in a lot of the BS that comes along with having a better understanding of the very organization that you say that you love, that you like, that you enjoy. There's a lot of miscommunications. There's a lot that's happening. And what we do in this thing we call Freemason Order of the Eastern Star is that we don't pay attention. We don't pay attention to what's happening in this process. What we say, we just seem as if we go through the emotions and then we say, oh, I'm a member. But you have yet to even understand the rites and ceremonies that you've gone through. But because of your zeal and you're so excited till you forget to go back and read and get a better understanding of what just took place. There was someone with you along the way that guided you through those labyrinths, what we call the labyrinth of life. They guided you, walk with you, they talk with you. They gave you detailed instructions. Yeah, they gave you detailed instructions, and yet, for some odd reason, it just didn't pan out. And that is just the craziest thing. You get detailed instructions as a member of the Order of the Eastern Star, how to conduct, how to do, how to carry out, how to assist. Detailed instructions on each point of the star. And yet so many of us fail with those very simple instructions. One instruction will always call, before you invoke in anything, before you begin any task, you should always invoke the blessings of deity. And this is why it's so important to understand that when you come into Freemasonry or the Order of the Eastern Star, any of those pending bodies, you're always called to kneel and to pray. And that is to recognize that you do not go through this thing by yourself. This is why you have a guide, to let you know you don't go through this by yourself. This is truly your journey, but you're not alone. But we miss that. We miss that part because so many brothers and sisters are betrayed, because they believe in the organization what it stands for, but those who came before them don't have that same zeal, that same belief. So they found themselves upset, maybe wanting to quit because they were betrayed by someone that they felt was true to what the organization stood for. And so therefore they like, oh, I'm done with it. But no, don't be done with it. Be done with the person who betrayed you. Because in life you're going to find that there's always going to be ruffians. You're always going to be ruffians. Even within your own chapter, your own lodge, you're going to have ruffians. You're going to have those individuals who try to sabotage the thing that you enjoy and try to build. Always someone. This is why that when, as an apprentice, and you go and you're coming into the Masonic order and you're caused to take that prayer. That's so important. That first prayer is so important. So you must recognize that as an Eastern Star. When you first stop within the star point and you're caused to pray, that prayer is so important, because if you're serious about the very organization or the craft or the sisterhood, if you're serious about it, you're going to understand that it's going to take that to get through. It's going to take your faith. It's going to take your belief to get through some of this BS that you're going to see and deal with. You know, there's nothing wrong with Freemasonry. Nothing at all. There's nothing wrong with the Order of the Eastern Star. It's rites and ceremonies. It's those individuals who come through those doors with their hang-ups, with their attitudes, with their wanting to party all the time and not really seek knowledge and understanding and wisdom from within the rites and ceremonies that are given to you. You know, I'm saying that in the Order of the Eastern Star and Freemason, you're caused to follow your guide and feel no danger. You're caused to kneel and pray. And what happens is, I'm saying that in these rites and ceremonies, you're going to always have a guide. In every rite, in every ceremonies within the Order of the Eastern Star, in the appending bodies, within Freemasonry, first 3 degrees on up, no matter where you go, you're going to always have a guide. And the guide is supposed to be able to assist and aid you along the way in life. The guide is supposed to be there to, hey, don't do that. Hey, you know, I got you. The guide is supposed to be exactly doing what it says it's supposed to do, and that is to guide you, to aid you, to assist you. But what we have done with our guide, we have what we have done with our guide, we have pushed him or her to the side. We no longer think that we need a guide, because I'm a 33rd. I'm a Grand Master. I'm a this, I'm a that, so I no longer need a guide. I'm no longer to listen to wise counsel from my brothers of the craft or my sisters of the water, because I have attained these particular degrees through the rites and ceremonies, so I no longer need a guide. No, sir. No, ma'am, you need that guide. So we're talking about that guide, that voice. We're talking about the very essence of that it factor that brings you through the doors of Freemasonry. When it's whispered in your ear at all times as you walk the pendulum of Freemasonry, you walk that circle, you will find that guide with you, with that rod in his hand. When that sister walks through the labyrinth, she will find that sister as she walks through those different doors and the degrees. She will find that there's a sister there to aid and to assist her along the way. And as she goes through this winding labyrinth, as she understands it, that the sister is there to assist and aid her. If you ever gone to a sister or the Order of the Eastern Star homegoing ceremonies, it's strictly, there's a passage in there that says that we have walked the labyrinth of life with her. We have aided her in this life journey. It's some things that you say that you have done, you know, and those things coincide with the very things within the obligation of the sister who have gone through this life journey. And the same thing can be said about the brother who's a member of the Freemasons and who may be a member of those appending bodies. Those rites and ceremonies are special, but I don't know what was done to them. Take heed to the message. Amen. I appreciate that. But I don't know what we've done with them. I have no clue. I've come to a point being in this organization for such a time as I have and have enjoyed it very immensely. Uh, that I shake my head at a lot of things that I hear and that I see now. A lot of individuals who have now come through the doors of Freemasonry, they come through it looking for some sort of reward, and you're not going to get any reward. You're not. You're not going to get any reward. And I think that's sometimes the sad thing is that people are looking for some type of reward. Oh, I got a title. My title, Grand Master. My title, the Illustrious. My title, Thrice Puissant. My title, the Imperial this. My title. Your titles mean nothing when you don't understand how to be a servant. See, you forgot that when you became a junior warden, you forgot the real duties of a junior warden. When you became the senior warden, you forgot the real duties of a senior warden. When you became the wishful master, you forgot the real duties of a wishful master. Your job is of a servant. And a lot of us have no clue of what that really means. See, it means answering a phone call when you don't really want to hear it. That means trying to settle and calm brothers down when they're going through some serious shit in their lives. You need to be there for that sister when she's really messed up, but she needs that ear. She needs someone just to hold her. See, a lot of us is really taking this thing the wrong way. Really. You know, you really have misused it so much and so badly. You can't be a real Mason. You can't be a real sister of the Order of Eastern Star unless you're with me. What? I can't be real unless I'm with you? I can't be real unless I'm accepted by you? I don't know where all of that came from, but I do know that that's not true. I do know that I've enjoyed this organization and the friendship across the many Masonic bodies that I've gone to, and it's a beautiful thing. I will not get into any more, and I said I will not get into any more of these small-minded debates with individuals because of my journey. My journey has told me something totally different. As they say, the numbers don't add up, and for me, the numbers clearly add up to this journey that we call Freemasons and the Order of the Eastern Star. We have to let people do what they do, or as I like to say, I let grown folks be grown folks, because I'm going to enjoy everything that this organization has to offer in the fellowship of being in it, and the brotherhood and sisterhood. And along the way, I want to exclaim and tell everybody to say, hey, look, you know what? It's all right. It is really, really all right. And to enjoy it. So many times we don't allow individuals within our own Grand Lodge, within our own lodge, within our own Masonic, we don't allow them to enjoy the craft or the order. We don't allow them. We don't teach them the true essence and benefit of what it is to be in this organization. We don't teach that. We don't teach them what it is in these various stations that they hold. They're so easily willing to give up. I mean, they'll give up on a dime, And that's the thing. When you have people so easily willing to give up on you, that's how they are in life. They will give up on you in life. When you need a brother and you really need a cable tow, that person should be there. If he's true to who he claimed to be, he should be there. If you really need a true sister, if she's true to the sisterhood, she's going to look beyond your faults and say, look, I got you. Yeah, you did that. That was fucked up. But I'm here to tell you, I'm going to be with you. But come on, sis. You got to get it together. Come on, brother. You got to get it together. We can be we could be so much better if we would treat each other with dignity and respect, as the craft calls for us to do. It calls for us to do that, to show grace. It causes us to show dignity. It causes us to be merciful. It causes us to do all of that, because In our first essence, we're called to kneel in prayer. Yeah, we're called to do that. Before I invoke upon a task that is great, and every day is a great task, we should kneel and pray. I'm caused to remember my brother in prayer. I'm caused him to be warned of an uncommon danger. I'm obligated to that. All right. I'm obligated to that. But so many of us have taken that and laid it aside like it meant nothing. It is nothing. So what happens is we miss out on so much more. We really do. We miss out on so much more. But that's what it's all about. you know. It's about that journey. It's about really going through these different Masonic. I want to, and you go and get these rights and privileges in these various degrees, and this is where you're going to learn that even in Freemasonry, you stop getting working tools in the Royal Lodge degree. After the Royal Lodge degree, you get no more working tools. You don't. You get weapons after that. I'm not saying that your working tools can't be weapons. I'm saying that you're given weapons to protect the innocent, to give judgment. You're given a sword. You're given a scimitar. You're given keys. You're given so many other things now that you have to be able to elevate yourself in order to see where you're going. Excuse me, to see where you're going. And so many of us have missed that opportunity. We have squandered it. We have thrown it away over small stuff, over BS, But I'll tell you this. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that to me. I'm not going to do that for the brothers in my lodge. I'm not going to do that. I've just been reelected to the chair of the Wishful Master. I hadn't been a Wishful Master in my lodge since the year 2000. And now that I'm back in the chair, I've seen some things that I would like to do for the new officers, because I'm not going to be there long. But I want to be able to create another leader. I want to be able to say, when I step out of this chair, I want to say, here you go. And give the lodge back to you in a better way than I found it. Or to be able to say, here you go, my brother. And to be able to groom that gentleman, that person, to be one of the better Wishful Masters of the lodge. And to be one of the better leaders within the Grand Lodge. And that's my goal. And I want to be able to do it in such a fashion to where when he's around other Masons or rather around other Eastern Stars, that not only does his light shine there, that when he walks into a room where nobody knows him, he's going to be that distinguished gentleman. He's going to be that guy. She's going to be that sister, that individual, to when she walks into the room, somebody's going to say, there's something about her. And that's how it should be. You who are Masons, you who are members of the Order of the Eastern Stars, these rites and ceremonies puts you in a situation, puts you there. It puts you there. But a lot of us don't respect the fact that it does. It puts you where you should be in life. But because you swindle it, because it has no light anymore, that light is now dim. But when you walk into a room, you're that distinguished gentleman. You are that it factor. Sister, oh man, that star's supposed to be beaming. No, you're not supposed to be walking into a room where the man can look and see everything you got on, up and down. No. You walk into a room, it's like you walking on clouds. And brothers, when you walk into a room, it's supposed to be lit. Yeah, he has the potential. He can be the president. He is all that he claims to be. He is that guy. That gentleman. So it is up to us to be that example, to set forth and to remember what we said and were set out to do. A lot of us don't know what we were set out to do when we became Masons. You was given these working tools as a fellow craft, as an enter-apprentice, as a master Mason, Royal Lodge, and you laid them down. You laid them aside. You don't even know their use. And if you did, a lot of us don't know how to use them. And we really misuse a lot of the working tools that was given to us spiritually. We misuse them because we have no idea of their use on a spiritual level. Because when you speak of spirituality, you're speaking of a speculative way of life and placing those very things in my hands that I'm able to really use them physically. You'll catch it on the way home. So look, I am not going to hold you long. I like what that sister said. Take heed to the message, you know. And yeah, that's what we need to do. We need to take heed to the message because a lot of you don't understand the message because you're too busy following the damn crowd. Oh my God. Following the crowd, listening to other people. As a Mason, and I'm going to get ready to go, you are to be a free thinker. You think for yourself. When you come into that lodge and you take your oath, your obligation on that book of faith, whatever that may be to you, you're supposed to indulge yourself into that book until it develops you to be the best man that you can be. That book does. That book of Constitution, that book of law, volume of sacred law, that book helps you to transform and to raise you up. Yeah, but you don't hear me though. You don't hear me though. But that's all good. All I want you to do is to enjoy the journey. Peace and be well. And wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, the best thing you can do is offer somebody some of your time because you can't get it back. I'm out. Peace and be well. Enjoy the journey.